Federal agencies are on a constant modernization journey. Working with integrators steeped in managed service program delivery can help them make headway with their most pressing IT infrastructure, hardware platform, software application, and security needs. I'm Wyatt Cash with Scoop News Group, and here to talk about that today is David Lewis, Senior Vice President for Maritime Operations at Leidos. David, thank you so much for joining us. And let me start by asking, how can switching to an as-a-service model for enterprise IT, hardware platform, or even security operations centers, how does that present a faster or more effective way of delivering on an agency's or a department's mission?
Sure. Thank you, Wyatt. I think the information technology process has demonstrated that as a service is a viable model for well over 2 decades now. And where Leidos is going is to expand that into hardware and software platforms, aviation and sea-based platforms. In that model, just as you would if you were going to a cloud provider, you outline your mission needs and your service requirements, and pay a fixed price for those. And then we, as a provider, then take care of all of that ugliness associated with getting a platform, the appropriate platform, crewing it up if it needs a crew, providing the capability that you're looking for, and what you're getting is exactly what you need, a data stream or a service, and we take care of everything else. So that accelerates the process of the service, makes your job a lot easier as a customer. You say what you want, that's what you get, and it saves a tremendous amount of money for the customer.
Well, speaking of that, can you share an example or two of where a government operation or department or mission where they've adopted an as-a-service model has really made a significant difference in terms of cost or agility or security?
Sure. Right behind me is the Leidos Sea Innovator. It's a hydrographic survey ship that Leidos owns, and we conduct hydrographic surveys as a service for various federal agencies, federal and local agencies. It's a semi-autonomous craft. We have a crew on it. They also do data reduction. So what the customer gets is exactly what they're looking for a hydrographic survey. If they're interested in lobster pots and Volkswagens, they get lobster pots and Volkswagens. If all they want to look at is Volkswagens and refrigerators and ranges, that's what they get. And we tailor the data stream to them. Leidos, big Leidos, not in my portfolio, has fielded a Leidos special mission aircraft. It's ISR as a service in an airborne platforms, delivering the data stream. Very effective, very fast, very responsive to the government's need, very flexible, so we can move between COCOMs and regions very quickly. And we can update the technology in a day, less than a day, and have been doing that consistently. So it's a very flexible platform that the Defense Department needed quickly. We provided that. So much cheaper than the department going out and buying a bunch of airplanes and suiting them up and getting a crew and doing all of those things. So it was move fast and innovate, and that's what that service provided.
Very impressive. Sorry you don't have time for a tour today. That would be very interesting. Let me ask next, where do you see managed services or an as-a-service model really having the most significant effect on an agency or department's productivity and the productivity of its employees?
I think what we're seeing, what we saw in the information technology world, and certainly where Leidos wants to go in this world is a cultural shift to more of an on-demand procurement. It's the old model was you bought a bunch of stuff and you ran a fleet and you did that and it operated when you need it. There's a lot of cost to that, a lot of effort, a lot of overhead. In this model, it's on demand. I need a survey quickly, an airplane crashed or something. I need to go out and do a broad area survey very quickly. Call Leidos, boom, we go and do that. You don't have to worry about the particulars. We've got the capability available, as you can see behind me. And And this is because our customers are finding this very valuable. We've been doing it since 1995. As a service hadn't even been invented yet, and we were doing it in the hydrographic survey world. So I think that could be expanded substantially.
Well, and what across the federal technology landscape or the government at large stands out as having the most significant potential or need for modernization in coming years, where an as-a-service model really could help them get there faster?
I think it's dispersed maritime assets in a collaborative environment. As you know, certainly the Department of Defense and the government is moving to an edge-to-cloud environment with a distributed data structure, and is that the pace of technologies and change is changing rapidly. So the service we provide ensures upgrades, technology upgrades can be done quickly, not burdened by an acquisition process, which might be slow. It really optimizes the customer's value proposition. Like I've said, I need a data stream. I don't want to run a fleet, says the customer, and we can take care of that. And the customer then, just like with your cloud provider, you need more, you buy more. If you need less, you buy less. And we take care of that behind the scenes work to deliver that service.
And then lastly, David, how can partnerships like working with Leidos actually help agencies or departments accelerate their modernization, given that there's a learning curve that has to happen there? And then what qualifications should leaders consider when working with an industry partner?
So when you are a customer, you know what you want, and you really don't want to become an expert in all those other things. And that's what this provides for you is you state your service, and then we take care of the rest of the details. So you can focus on your mission, in the environment that you want to operate in, and then we take care of the rest of it. And we can bring in new technology. I mentioned autonomy a couple of times. We can bring autonomous systems in, that reduces the cost, and then we pass those savings on to you. So from a customer's perspective, all you have to know is what you want, and then we really provide the rest. Leidos's corporate ethos and philosophy is that we're an innovator and a disruptor, and this is an innovative field, very disruptive, and so as a service fits very well with our corporate mission and identity, and I know we are creating a lot of happy customers with the services we're providing, and we look forward to providing more to more customers.
Absolutely. Well, Dave Lewis, thank you very much for joining us and sharing some of your insights on a as-a-service delivery model and how that's helping federal agencies accomplish their missions more effectively.